question. You were talking about like bumps. Do you think the debate, the vice presidential, I know that historically it hasn't had much of significance when it comes to who gets elected, but do you think that momentum swing with J.D. Vance, because I know like, I don't want to say it was like it was unanimous, but even on CNN, like if you're watching some of the coverage, it was pretty clear that J.D. Vance at least had some type of advantage because his talk about low favorability.
Yeah,
his was very low,
yeah,
very low. Do you think that debate had any swing in momentum at all?
I'm skeptical.
Yeah.
A couple reasons. Number one, typically when people vote for president, they're not thinking about the vice president nominee. Like even if you go back to like say 2008, people are like, okay, well, you've got John McCain, he's old. Sarah Palin, we don't trust her. Okay, great, but are people really saying like, okay, I'm going to do this calculation where I think John McCain has X number of years left to live? No, people aren't thinking about that, right? So yeah, Trump is old.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the new Biden, right? In that regard,
he's the oldest president behind Biden if he won the election. Yeah.
So but I don't think people are thinking of it that way. I think because they know, like, look, we can't predict when somebody's going to die. We know that as you get older, that probability goes up. But we're not going to say, okay, J.D. Vance, man, he's got a 65% chance of being president if Trump's elected. That's not going to happen. So they vote based on who the presidential nominee is. And then we also know, just generally with debates. Somebody could win. I mean, I think there was more of a consensus that Vance won. Yeah. But there's also a consensus that Harris won the presidential debate.
Yes, that's true. That's very true.
And when you look at just some of the polling, or when you look at some of those forecasting models, it's remarkable how stable they are.
Yeah.
And that some of them are trying to account for that potential bump, but others are saying, okay, like what are we seeing with the polling? And we do see sometimes it goes up. Candidate wins the debate, but then it goes back down. Romney did a great job in the first debate in 2012.
Yeah.
That was a great bump for him, but it's short-lived.
Right.
It settles back down.
Yeah.
And in part because, really what you're doing in a campaign, right? And this goes back to some political science studies going to the 1940s. You just want to remind people of what party do you belong to? And if you can do that, then it's like, oh yeah, that's why I'm Republican.